good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much. My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable. It's not too deep, just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all. I assure you, I've dreamt of it 1,000 times over. You won't find a more learned opinion on this matter, I assure you.
Volo carefully holds one of your eyes open and begins to prod uncertainly with the needle. The needle finds the gap between eyeball and socket. Volo frowns and begins to push. Pain shoots through your body as the needle snags on your optic nerve.
I think I have it!
The needle seesaws back and forth, plucking the nerve like a heartstring.
Oh, bother. There's some obstacle in the way. I shall need a more robust implement.
Volo carefully withdraws the needle from your eye. Then, reaching into his bag, he produces an ice pick.
Are you certain? We're nearly there. As you wish. But when your skin starts to peel away, remember Volo offered to help.
Glick. I had a dream. As we all did, I suspect. Someone came to me and promised to protect me while claiming that the parasite could empower me. The parasite has taken root, it would seem. Every word, every promise, it is gate deception. A wise choice. These parasites are a threat to be destroyed, not an opportunity to be exploited.
My apologies. Huh. Not quite myself just yet. I had the strangest dream last night. A visitor came to me. A vision of unparalleled beauty and power. She told me she was watching over me, protecting me, and that our tadpoles could prove beneficial if we embrace what powers they have to offer. An uncanny apparition. Not entirely sure what to make of it. Very curious. In all my readings on the effects of illithid parasites, I've never come across any accounts of correlating dreams between infected parties. Another unique quality of our predicament, perhaps. Are you inclined to take these visitors at their word? Nothing wrong with maintaining a healthy suspicion in such matters. Still, it might be wiser to keep an open mind on the matter. Our visitors' promises of aid might yet bear valuable fruit. Think of it as tribute. The kind a king might pay to a more powerful neighbor to avoid invasion. As long as I pay, there will be peace. But should I ever stop, along comes a war. I can assure you, the battlefield would extend well beyond the borders of my body alone.
I had the strangest dream last night. There was a visitor promising me protection and all sorts of delicious powers from the parasites in our heads. Given our shared affliction, I suppose you had a similar dream. Excellent. Now we can see what these tadpoles can do for us. Is there a reason you're such an utter drip? I mean, do you have some sort of condition? Honestly, it's like you hate good news. Did you actually want something, or are you just here to spoil my fun? Why do you insist on exhuming the past? I was a slave. A vampire spawn. Kept by the Tsar family. Perhaps I still am. I was never able to resist their commands. But now, I've been conveniently lost. They won't ever control me again.
I had a dream last night. A vivid one. And so did you, judging from the way my tadpole is tingling. Someone came to me and promised to protect me while claiming that the parasite could empower me. Tempting as these powers sound, we should recognize this dream for what it is, the tadpole's little trick. No good ever came from trusting honey-tongued strangers conjured up by illithid worms. Well said. This dream figure is no friend to us.
Did you have any strange dreams of late? Vivid ones? Damn. I was hoping my imagination had gotten the better of me. But this must be something more. This dream companion wanted me to use the tadpole. Use its power. Whoever it was claimed to be an ally, but I don't know. It seems like we can't escape this mess, in the waking world or otherwise. Quite the understatement, but yes, I have it. And I'll guard it with my life. I was part of a group sent by my cloister. We were to take the artifact from the Githyanki and bring it to Baldur's Gate, no matter the cost. Though it turned out the cost was very steep. I was the only one of the group to survive. I took the artifact and fled, only to be ensnared by mind flayers before I could finish the mission. That's all I know. That's all I need to know. That's not a luxury open to many people, us included. I have my faith to turn to instead. You should find something of your own.
Praise his ever-bleeding axe. Praise his throne of flaming iron. Praise McGlubbiet. Trying to interrupt my prayers? Scared of a real god? You're as goonless as the rest of them. Cause I'm loyal to McGlubbiet. Cause I ain't having my head turned by some upstart god. Yeah. My old tribe's fallen for this shite. Traitorous bastards. The Great Absolute brings us together. Drow and gnolls and goblins all braiding one another's hair. It's a load of shite. Talking to you, ain't I? I just don't believe in all this togetherness and chumminess. Ain't natural. It won't last. They'll be tearing into each other soon enough. Sod 'em all. I'll wait it out in air, praying to a real god.
Shugan al Shukok, Otashokek Doors! I command you, corpse. Speak. Reveal truth to the Absolute!
By Vlaakith's blade, a geich.
Nothing. Must be reading it wrong. Shugan al Shukok!
The hobgoblin turns to you, and the parasite squirms in your skull. You taste the ale on his tongue and the bile in his soul. The visions cloud your inner eye for a brief moment once again. You see the hobgoblin bowing before the armored elf you'd glimpsed before. The elf speaks of the hunt for a great weapon and the rewards that will go to whoever finds it. The hobgoblin's eyes gleam hungrily.
If it isn't another true soul.
He doesn't speak his next words, yet they still rattle your skull from within.
You ever talk to a dead squid? Now's your chance. Damn right. I'm gonna make this carcass talk. Absolute says the dead squiddy had a weapon. I reckon the killer nabbed it and scooted off to that looter camp. We find who killed it, and we find who took that weapon. So settle in.
You feel Shadowheart's anxiety. The weapon the Absolute seeks. It's the artifact that she carries. The same one that protected you as you entered the goblin camp. Her mind focuses. Their suspicion cannot be aroused. They cannot discover that the weapon they seek is within their grasp. This Mind Flayer's build is smaller, its garb plainer. A fearsome creature even in death, but not the one that tormented you. Yet it too roamed the Nautiloid. It would have seen you, known you.
Then take it. Absolute knows I'm not getting anywhere.
You read aloud the words on the scroll. The hideous corpse rises, tentacles writhing. Ragzlin scowls, shocked by a question you shouldn't have asked, and a jolt shoots through you. The creature speaks in visions. A swarm of Githyanki dragon riders, silver blades held high, control panels melting, flesh pods spilled open.
I saw it too. Get on the hunt. They know something.
You see dark tunnels lit by noxious pools of brine. The darkness spreads through the earth. The sky splits open and nautiloids pour out of a void that consumes the stars.
What in the...
Suspicion floods Ragzlin's mind. Your brain howls as you consider your final question. Another vision consumes you. A memory seen through the creature's soul-dead eyes. You see a clawed hand open a holding pod, devoid of flesh, only darkness.
Oh, come on!
The corpse collapses, silent once more.
No, no! We're not done!
Irritation eclipses his suspicions, and Ragslin's mind rests.
Riddles, all of it! And nothing to show for the trouble but rotting squid meat! No answers, no killer, and no damned weapon! That damned Trow was right. Can't let her get all the glory. The raid started already. Let's hope she's in trouble and needs help. You, get to the grove. Help the Drow Minthara kill the lot. Well, don't just stand there. Move!
Prizes for guessing what this weapon thereafter really is. The artifact.
If that's the case, we've got more problems than just the worms in our heads.
This one is a true soul parasite. It can enhance you. You can absorb its potential. Open your mind to it. You already know how. Don't worry. You won't come to harm. I'll protect you. You are not ready. That's all right. But try to overcome this resistance sooner rather than later. It will make things much easier for you.
You know, if that parasite isn't to your taste, I'd be happy to consume it in your stead. I don't relish the thought, but if you're going to just leave it sitting in your pack, well, one of us should try it. Oh, I have my reservations, no question. First of all, it looks disgusting. Second, there's a non-zero chance that it'll turn me into a purple glistening monster. But if it doesn't, who knows what kind of power we could unlock. And power is always worth a little risk. Excellent. I'll have a rummage around and help myself in my own good time. Thank you. Your generosity is appreciated.
I'll feel that one later.
Wait! Bows down! Gods above! We took you for a goblin! Get up here! I want that gate sealed before they arrive. And we need to talk! Gods above, you're alive. A little light, just as the day seems darkest. I'd given you up for dead at the goblin camp. I'm damn glad to be wrong. But what happened? We've seen them massing in the woods. Truly. Hells, I didn't expect it. We were almost ready to leave. Well, there's nothing for it now. A fight it will have to be. We threw them back once. If you're with us, perhaps we can do it again. We need to thin the goblin numbers quickly if we're to have any chance of survival. Every ounce of oil that we could spare has been buried out in front of the gate. We'll blow the horn to draw them in, and pray our fire arrows strike true. Your courage is catching, it seems. Or perhaps I've finally lost my reason. Make what preparations you deem necessary, and then sound the horn. Let's have this done.
Shah's blessings upon you. If you're sure. Fine. I'll be here whenever you rediscover your taste in company.
Well met. That's the spirit.
I need a quick word.
Please, have you seen Donnie anywhere? Young boy, doesn't talk. We need to get him into the cave before the goblins come. The kids found a hidden cave. We're going to hide them there. But we can't seal it up until we find Donnie. I appreciate it. He's the one who showed us the cave to begin with. We won't seal it up until he's safe with the rest.
I'm gonna kill 5 goblins. So, I can take 10. Then I'll take 100. You can't even count to 100.
I don't have to count. I just have to hit him.
You can hide in here if you like. No one's getting past us.
You should be manning the wall. I wanted to, but Asherak says I'm needed here.
The Wandering Eye. The jewel of Balduran's fleet. So named because, well, because Balduran traveled far. And so much.
You're a little old for story time. Looking for a place to hide when the end comes. The singer keeps telling us that if we're good and quiet, we'll all be safe. Just another fairy tale, though, isn't it? The Harpy Killer! Are you here to save us? Like Balduran saved the city? He did? I wonder what he found.
And traveled far. And so much. But he had finally come home to save the city he loved. He drove the raiders away and raised a wall to protect his people. And so they named the city to honor him. Balduran's Baldur's Gate. Yes? I'm pretty certain if I stop for too long, they will actually eat me. Now's the time for cheerful lies, as my master would say. If heroes are in short supply, then I will bloody well make one up. For them and for me. Your job is to get up there. Give me something real to sing about.
Go away! There's nothing in here for you! For any of you! I said go away! You people have endangered this sacred place long enough! This door is staying closed until you're gone, one way or another! You're wasting your time! This door is staying shut! Then this sacred grove could be a comfort to them in their final moments. But this door is staying closed. Now leave!
Lathander to light, Saluna to guide, Kelemvor to show mercy.
You realize he prays to Kelemvor, Lord of Death.
What is it? I'm busy. I do mind. This isn't exactly my bravest moment. I'd rather suffer it alone.
I knew I smelled the stink of cowardice.
Mrag. I'd like to see Memnos rhyme in some heroic verse. Fine. I'll help. See you during the fight.
Won't pretend I expected to see you back again. Bloody glad, mind. People are scared. Zevlor's doing what he can, but... well, seeing you on the walls might put the steel in their spines. Mine too.
Admiring my beautiful barricades? Might not be pretty, but they'll stop a charging warg. Probably.
Came back to join our heroic last stand? Or are you just keeping me alive to win that bet? You know, whatever happens, I'm glad we've got you on our side. It'd be even better if we won, of course, but still.
You're back. Nice to see a familiar face. I wish I had better, but this is all I have. I could repel any attack in the blink of an eye.
Or wipe us out in the blink of an eye. Best you stay right here.
Ridiculous. Someone of my skill should choose their own vantage point.
She just means you're our last hope, Roland. We may need you to save the day.
Look at this place. Like a pen of hogs waiting for the butcher's knife. We need to act.
Quiet. Some of the children might hear you.
Oh, perish the thought they overhear a little honesty once in their short lives.
Another word and it won't be the goblins you have to worry about.
Enough! Both of you!
Trust me, I'm feeling both anger and despair.
Why, I think I'm almost in agreement with you on that score.
Thanks for finding Donnie. Knowing the children are safe makes all this a little easier.
Well, are you ready? Are we? Sound the horn, then. From what little I've learned of goblins, they won't resist an invitation like that.